So you're going to Town Hall 10, but you don't know what to upgrade first. Believe me, I get it. There's a lot going on at Town Hall 10, so let's break it down. What should you and I upgrade first at Town Hall 10? First, I want to mention if you have not maxed out your Town Hall 9, then this guide may or may not be easily followed. So try your best to max your Town Hall 9, even though I didn't in my most recent Gold Pass Clash series. It's still easiest to follow this guide, and I'm assuming that you have maxed out Town Hall 9 first. So, not saying you should do these absolutely first, but you should at least get the quick upgrades that are new. So, these are all the new buildings that you get. You get 2 Inferno Towers, a Cannon, Archer Tower, Expo, Bomb Tower, and 4 new traps, the Giant Bomb, Seeking Air Mine, Air Bomb, and Skeleton Trap. What I always try to do is get the new ones as fast as I can and then upgrade them to the max Town Hall 9 level, or the previous Town Hall 9 level. These add a ton of DPS onto your base really, really quickly, and it's a lot cheaper than the other ones. So, start with that. Now let's move on to offense. So this is a representation of all of the offensive buildings that you get whenever you go to Town Hall 10, at least upgrades wise, right? You're probably going to do a combination of these with your new buildings for a little while whenever you go to Town Hall 10. The laboratory upgrade is obvious. You want to do that day 1, ideally with a book of building or a hammer of building or something like that, because that power potion effect that you get whenever you upgrade your Town Hall is dependent on your laboratory. So if you go to the new Town Hall, you get the power potion, but you don't upgrade your lab, you don't take advantage of that power potion. So definitely upgrade laboratory day 1. Plus, tidbit, by the way, the lab, if you maxed out your Town Hall 9 lab, your Town Hall 10 lab will take 133 days to max, which is about 50 days longer than your base if you keep 5 builders busy on your base for 24/7. So you definitely don't want to sleep on this lab. Get it started, get it going, get those research potions from raid metals or whatever, and knock that out. After that, we obviously have the army camp. All 4 get upgrades. That's going to add 20 troop capacity to your base. We've got the barracks that's going to unlock the miners, the dark barracks that's going to unlock the bowlers, the spell factory that gives you extra spell capacity and unlocks the clone spell, which I'm not huge into the clone spell, but it's kind of cool, you know. We have also the dark spell factory, which will unlock the bat spell. That's why it's at the bottom of the list, by the way. I mean, I would actually probably upgrade the spell factory second. Like, I would probably put the army camps later on and put the spell factory second if it were up to me entirely. I don't want to try to make this pretty, but I think I could do it pretty easily. Watch this. Bam, put that right in the middle. There you go. Something like that, right? So you got your lab, your spell factory, then your 2 barracks, then your army camps, your dark spell factory. There's some really, really strong armies, by the way, that include bats. So you might want to try them out, but they're kind of advanced. So I would say, figure out the other armies first and then move on. And then, of course, your king and your queen. They get 10 upgrades apiece if you maxed your Town Hall 9 to 30 heroes. And you will max out your heroes way before you finish your base off, and you're going to end up sitting on max dark elixir. So it's not something you need to rush or force maxing out your heroes. Although I probably will whenever I go to Town Hall 10. Next on the list, we have the resource infrastructure, your storages, collectors, mines, drills, and of course that clan castle. The clan castle will definitely be a day 1 priority if you can, because then it unlocks the ability to hold siege machines, which is huge at Town Hall 10. So highly recommend that you get this clan castle upgraded day 1 alongside your laboratory and your spell factory. Now here's a fun thing. Your drills, your collectors, and your mines, they get upgrades, but your dark elixir storage, your gold storage, and your elixir storage, they don't. So if you max them at Town Hall 9, there are not things you need to think about. All you need to think about is collectors, mines, and drills, which all honestly can be delayed until later. Thank you, Peacekeeper, for the random Valkyries. So of the traps, which is probably honestly going to be one of the last things that you upgrade, although the traps are the difference between a live base and a dead base, aside from some of the defenses having ammunition and possibly clan castle troops, the traps really make or break a base. And so you want to upgrade them, although they're short, cheap upgrades that are good for filler, and I usually end up doing them last. Pretty much every trap gets an upgrade. You've got a bunch of new ones. Like I said, you get a new air bomb, new giant bomb, new seeking airman, a new skeleton trap. The only traps that don't get a new level at Town Hall 10 are the air bombs. So once you get that done, you're done. I always prioritize air targeting traps first, giant bomb second, and because we have miners that come at Town Hall 10, you definitely want your skeleton traps upgraded because they do terrible things to miners. The spring traps and bombs are again kind of extra. So focus on traps when you can. Use them at your advantage when you need a shorter, cheaper upgrade. And lastly, the defenses. This is the part that we're all waiting for. I want to know which defenses are best to upgrade on the base. And obviously, like I've already said, the new defenses will gain DPS on your base fastest because they're just shorter upgrades. They still gain as much or more DPS than the existing defenses that go to Town Hall 10 level, right? That all being said, that is the equation that I used for this. It includes the DPS gained, whether or not the defense is splash damage, its range, whether or not it targets air, ground, air, or both, and then it's just divided by time. This does not take into consideration the cost, because I'm assuming you're a farming monster, and it does not consider things like hit points of the defense, or I guess that's really the only thing it doesn't really consider is the hit points of the defense, which is significant-ish, okay? But it's something that's very hard to quantify. So by inputting all the stats into the machine here, my Excel spreadsheet, I came up with an effectivity rating ranking, okay? Now, I'm not going to give you a bunch of numbers and confuse you, but I just want you to know that getting Inferno Tower level 1 is insanely effective. That's my like my trademarked word, my patented word for gaining DPS on your base efficiently, right? And so the effectivity rating of a level 1 Inferno Tower, which is this baby here, and I realize these aren't level 1 or the proper levels I'm talking about. They're just representations. So take a snapshot of this and refer to it later. This Inferno Tower on the top left actually references to both Inferno Towers, level 1 and 2, both Inferno Towers, because you get two. Because Inferno Tower level 1 has an effectivity rating of 52, and then watch this drop off. Inferno Tower level 2 has an effectivity rating of 6.7. So from 52 to 6.7, that shows you the benefits of getting the new defenses quickly, okay? But still, level 2 Inferno Tower is more effective on your base than any other defensive upgrade. Again, besides the new defenses. So it's crazy. Third place is your Wizard Tower going to level 8, actually, and that effectivity is 6.5. So you have a very small change between Inferno Tower level 2 and Wizard Tower level 8. After that, we have Inferno Tower level 3, and that one's 6.1. So there's a slow drop off from there. So this is the what the math says, right? You have a cannon level 12, and we also have cannon level 13 a little bit later. The next level Wizard Tower is after that cannon, then the Archer Tower, then the Bomb Tower, and some would argue you'd put the Bomb Tower a little higher because there was no way for me to quantify the bomb exploding death damage. So you definitely want to probably upgrade the Bomb Tower sooner because they're so deadly against like hogs and miners and stuff. The second level of cannon, surprisingly, the cannon is very high. And the reason why it's so high is because it's got a really good range. There's a lot of ground troops at Town Hall 10. And it's also gains a lot of hit points. Like it gains more DPS overall than most of the other defenses. And that matters, right? So surprising. After the second level of cannons, then the air defense comes into play. Its weakness is just that it only targets air, and air troops only constitute 29% of the troops available at Town Hall 10, whereas ground is 71%. That matters a lot. I would still, based on my own experience, move the air defenses up quite a bit on the list, but I'm going to leave it right there where it's at. Then the Expos. Its limiter is the upgrade takes forever. So it's a great upgrade. It just takes a long time for it to work. Bomb Tower, or I'm sorry, Mortar is next, and it's everyone knows why you don't upgrade mortars fast. The Archer Tower, level 13, the max level, yeah, is way down here because it just doesn't gain a lot of hit points. Then finally the Tesla. It's got a short range and it takes forever to upgrade, so that's why it's so low. I will probably end up upgrading it sooner. And then of course the Lonely Air Sweeper, because it doesn't do damage. So it's literally got an effectivity rating of 0. And by the way, just for comparison, the Hidden Tesla's effectivity rating is 1.7. So 1.7 versus 50 something for the Inferno Tower level 1 and 6.7 for Inferno Tower level 2. So that is your list for defenses. I'm going to be referring to this in Gold Pass Clash. And by the way, don't forget to upgrade your walls. That's important. So I'm just going to put a few walls so we don't forget that needs to be done. And it's gonna be a grind, guys, but that is your list, your suggestions for what you should upgrade first at Town Hall 10. If you have any questions, post them down below in the comments. I'll be following this guide on Gold Pass Clash whenever I get back from vacation. I'll be referring to this baby all the time. So thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, post them down below or on my Discord server. Link for that is down below in the description, and I'll see you all next time.